Okay, so we have the Brooklyn blanket chest side walls and base completed, and you can see the New York font on either end is goes all the way through the box, and that's important for ventilation. So now we're going to build the lid, and what we do here, the first thing we want to do is make sure that we have the map properly aligned so that it wraps around the box correctly, which we do. And if you look inside the box, we can see that the hinge plates are in the back. So I know that this is the front of my lid and this is the back of my lid. Okay, so I'm going to turn the lid over. And what we want to do here is we simply want to insert a bolt through each of the holes, and we're going to also install a plastic washer on each bolt. And the reason for that is to maintain spacing on the lid sandwich equal to all the other sandwiches. One place that we don't need bolts on the lid right now is in the front, and that's because in a few minutes we're going to install this lid pull. It's just easier to do that like there. So. Run through here. And I find it easier to put the washer on the bolt each time I stick the bolt through. Kind of holds I get these little grippy tabs, and it'll hold the bolt in place. Okay, there we go. Now, this is the inside panel of the lid. It's part of the door kit. And you can see that there are hinges here. I've just gone ahead and put the screws in and attached the hinges. This panel will have piloted holes for you to guide where the screws go. That's pretty straightforward. Now we take the door kit panel and we make sure that the hinges are oriented towards the back of the lid. And we simply put it on, and as before, we're just going to hand tighten all these nuts down. When you've done this as many times as I have, you get these nice little calluses. You can build these things all day long. Okay, so I've left the two center holes open as we discussed for the door tab. Now I'm going to install that. You just simply insert it in between the sandwich, line up the holes, and hand tighten the bolt through. You may have noticed that I'm inserting the bolt through this end this time, and it doesn't matter. You can do it either way, whatever works best for you. Okay, we now have the lid, so let's attach it to the box. This is really pretty simple. On the hinges, I don't know if you'll see on the video, but when you look at the top of the hinge, there are indents, sort of like hooks, in the top of each hinge. And they correspond to pins on either side of the top of the hinge plate. And all we have to do is open the hinge, start one at a time, and we just align the pins with the hooks and then press the bottom, and it'll snap into place. And we can do the same thing on the other side. Snap it into place. And there we go. We now have the lid. Of course, this lid, if you were to drop it, would slam shut. So for safety, especially safety of small children, we have these lid stays. Okay. You'll notice an arm This arm is the bottom of the lid stay, so we want to orient it to the bottom of the box. And you just use the number 4 screws that are provided. And on both the panel, inner panel, and the door kit, you'll see pilot holes to help you guide the screws. And then it's a matter of screwing the lid stay into place. When you get to the one on the bottom, you may find that you have to tilt the lid forward in order to help you find the hole alignment, and that's fine. It's part of the design. One down. Pretty self-explanatory at this point. Again, I'm going to tilt the lid forward just a little bit here. Whatever you have to do to get the holes to line up, because they are put in the right place. And there we have it. Now the lid that was slamming is going to stay open in any position. And at this point, all you want to do is go through with the tool that's provided and tighten up all the nuts and bolts around the entire box and cinch it all together. And here we have your Brooklyn blanket chest.